So that's what we have to understand, that all these powers in place, that are in the, if it's financial powers, politic powers, governments or whatever, they're all there clear. They've been proving all along that they are our worst enemies. That means that the systems we live in, which are democracies, actually, I suspect that these systems in place are actually somehow designed for evil purposes, not for good, because all the ruling classes of people in these systems are our enemies, our worst enemies. We see that. So this is maybe why at one point I believe in the Torah. So we're gonna have to go back to bring back the kings, where it's a man ruling over his people. That's a man that's can be identified, that can be seen, that can be also caught and punished if he does bad things. But when you live into a system like this, where you don't know who's ruling, it's all dark. It's like corporations and like zombies. So you don't have nothing to put your finger on. You don't know who's behind all this. So at one point, I believe that the Mashiach, at one point, just like in the time of Solomon, will bring back the kings upon the nations. That means that we'll leave all these fake, liberty systems, that those fake systems that just tell you, oh, you're free in democracy, you have rights. This is such a bullshit. You are not free and you have no rights. This is bullshit. You pretend, they pretend you can feel like you have this. It's like being fooled. And somehow maybe it's also the very meaning of the word Mashiach, which means the one that oints. Mashiach in Hebrew is not the ointed one, is the one that oints, like Kohen HaMashiach, the Kohen that oints. That means the guy's job, the nature is like to oint kings, because you oint a king, you don't oint something else in Torah. So
Yeah.
Mashiach, somehow the word Mashiach means that is the guy that's going to bring back the kings. It's going to oint the kings. It's going to bring back the 70 original nations. It's going to make some order, and it's going to reorder things. And that's important to know that all this, what we're living, all these attacks are only possible into democracies, into our system of living, into this matrix, where you have no human beings that rule on top. You have just like shadows. And this is important to understand, that system is not that good. I believe there are good things in that system, like in all systems. So we
No,
have to
no,
take
but
what's good, but usually mostly it's bad, it's evil.
look, if you look at democracy, immediately democracy is two sides. It's this fighting this, right? It's not something mono like a
Yeah.
monarchy, like you said. It's not something that you can like look up to and say, hey, well, this guy is the man. But the concept of democracy is creating two sides to divide and conquer.
Of course.
That's you. That's how you can control the best. Vini vidi dici. I came,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw, I conquered.
Exactly. The thing is that you can see that in our systems, in our modern system, because they make a god out of democracy. Oh, you don't like democracy? It's like a god, but it's not that good when you look at it, because you're going to see that those systems actually bring us to build societies, like godless societies, soulless societies, of people that don't care, that don't understand nothing. Also, we've seen the Greeks, mostly they had like sexual disorders, brought up to a level of a religion. Also the Romans also, and they destroyed themselves. They just self-destroyed. And it breaks, denatures human nature. It just corrupts everything, but it's packaged into something like nice, and with colors, and with taste, and so people are being fooled into that.
No, but
So we
it's
have to be
it's
careful.
designed it's designed for rivalry,
Yeah, yeah, of
and
course.
usually rivalry creates anti-peaceful people,
Yeah, of course.
right? And then it makes the people revolt. if we lost, how come you guys are better? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and then it creates chaos, and we all know that their whole motto is basically order out of chaos out of order. You know, that's how they
They jump, yeah.
plan things. Yeah, it's the whole, you know, like the snake feeding on itself. You know,
Exactly. So you see,
That's-
all this with flat Earth, all this, you know, with flat Earth. It's all like, you know,
yeah, no.
at one point,
Opens your mind. Opens
everything
your
is
mind.
gonna be leveled at one point, you know, just like the Earth is gonna be like, you know, people are gonna see it as plain as one, you know, and this is great. We're living, I believe, very very special times. Okay,
Yeah.
on these good words, so I said to everybody, shalom, and have a good, you
Shalom.
know, good week. And we'll talk more. We'll talk more. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
we'll
it's new
definitely do
for
this
me. It's
again.
new for us. We're newcomers. You know, we're not just like, you know, we're not veterans. At that point, I speak for myself. You know, I'm just like into the flat Earth movement for like just about a year or so. So, but
Yeah.
it's very very interesting. We have to. This is a fight that I'm not gonna live. That's for sure. That's is too important. Okay.
Yeah, that's a
So goodbye to everybody.
bye.
Shalom, shalom לכם.